Question number 35 on the reading portion of College Board's Test 5. Which choice best supports the view of skeptics? Line 20. So let's figure out who these skeptics are in line 20. Let's come up with our understanding of what they believe, and then we'll read the quotes and see which one matches up with the beliefs of the skeptics. Okay, let's read for context always. Anytime they quote something like that, so line 20, you see skeptics there highlighted in red. But what happens when the goal is to judge something less tangible, such as the quality or worth of a product? According to one theory, the wisdom of the crowd still holds. Measuring the aggregate of people's opinions produces a stable, reliable value. Skeptics, however, so skeptics are people who go against this one theory that the wisdom of the crowd still holds. So skeptics believe that the wisdom of the crowds don't hold because they're skeptical of the belief that they do. Skeptics of the opinion that the wisdom of the crowd holds for qualitative judgment argue that people's opinions are easily swayed by others. So skeptics believe that people's opinions are easily swayed by others. We need to find a quote that directly answers the fact that people's opinions are easily swayed by others. That is going to be the quote that skeptics believe. Because remember, it says skeptics believe that people's opinions are swayed. So 55 to 58, does this talk about how is this going to be a view that's supported by skeptics who think people's opinions are easily swayed? Comments that received fake positive votes from the researchers were 32% more likely to receive more positive votes compared with the control. Yes, that directly supports the fact that people's opinions are easily swayed by others. That's the only part of the piece that talks about how opinions are swayed, because when you receive a fake positive upvote, more people pile on. They're affected. They are manipulated. They are swayed. I really like A. What about B? Does B talk about, does this say that people's opinions are easily swayed by those of others? And those comments were no more likely than the control to be downvoted by the next viewer to see them. I think that's just like supplementary information about the experiment that doesn't actually say anything about how people are swayed by others. No more likely than the control to be downvoted. No, again, that's just like a fact in the experiment, just saying that people were willing to, I guess, jump on that hype train, but it's only after the fact that we found out that they were manipulated by others, which I think is better encompassed in answer choice A, 55 to 58. Let's take a look at C, 63 to 65. Is this what skeptics believe? The ratings of comments that got fake downvotes were usually negated by a vote. That actually refutes the claim. That actually says that people are able to figure out for themselves the quality of something. Therefore, their opinions are not swayed by others when they get downvoted. So the answer can't be C. And what about D? 76, 79. Does this talk about what skeptics believe? He points out the category of news items in each of the experiments had a strong effect on how much people could be manipulated. That's not the skeptics here. Like, don't get confused by thinking this guy Duncan Watts is a skeptic because he's like, oh, he's like cynical. He's like not fully on board with the experiment, therefore he's going to be a skeptic. Duncan Watts is not a skeptic in the case of line 20. Skeptics just believe that people's opinions are easily swayed by others. And remember, Duncan Watts agrees with the conclusion, so he is of the opinion that people's opinions are swayed. But what does he point out? He points out the category news items had a strong effect on how much people could be manipulated. The skeptics don't believe that, in this case, it's like, that would only be the answer, 76 to 79 would be the answer if we said skeptics believe that the category that the topic is in determines how much people are swayed. And like, I guess that would be it. But that's not what skeptics believe. They just say it's easily swayed by those of others. Which one just directly says that people's opinions were swayed by others? 55 to 58. It directly says that people who got fake positive votes were more likely to pile on. They were manipulated. They were swayed by those of others. The answer to number 35 is going to be A.